show.
Yes, sir. You opened up that new complex a couple of weeks back before you guys got onto the field. Now that you're working out, you got the coaches in the building, you got everything right there. How's the functionality of the new complex?
Phenomenal. The nutrition is phenomenal. The food is outstanding. The sleep pods, our guys are getting rest. The facilities got everything that we need. The grass is great out there. It's just the finest facility in America. And our players and our coaches really appreciate it.
Coach, you've seen a lot of new faces, or we have, going out there and watching you guys work out here early on. Some of the freshmen jump off, and I know that they're new faces around a bunch of veterans, but when I look at your running back line and I see these two guys that you signed, and Ty Davis-Price and John Emery, I mean, they just fit in.
Well, I tell you what, they've come in ready to work. They did a lot of work in the whole season. I'm proud of them. Tyrion Davis brings an outstanding attitude. John Emery can make you miss. He's made some big long plays. Two outstanding young backs with great character and great families. I'm so glad they're Tigers.
Talking to head coach Ed Orgeron here on Off the Bench, 104.5, 100.3, 94.7 ESPN. Coach, what about the offensive line? That was last time we talked to you. That was a point of emphasis, obviously. And it looks like the interior seems to be pretty solid. But what about those guys on the edge? How the tackles look these first few days?
So far, T-Bob, the most improved unit on the field.
Wow.
I'm fired up about the way offensive line's playing. You know, we gave Lloyd number 18, the first offensive lineman to get 18 at LSU. We gave it for a reason. His leadership and Damian Lewis have been outstanding. But the tackles is the ones that made the most improvement. Austin Deckers and Sadiq Charles are having an excellent camp. Chason Hines is coming along. He's still a little limited with his knee injury, but I think he's going to be 100% the season comes. We're excited about Badora Traore and excited about Anthony Bradford, Cordell Thomas, Thomas Berry. Those three young linemen are outstanding.
And speaking of Chase and I saw him taking some center reps the other day. You mentioned Lloyd Cushenberry. He's obviously a huge part of this team. If anything was to happen, he had to miss some time, series or two. Is that kind of the plan, moving Hines in? Is anybody else in that backup center battle?
Yeah, Charles Turner is, and he's out right now with a minor injury. So Chason has to take some second-team snaps, and he's doing a good job at it.
Coach, we've heard all the emphasis being put on the pass game this offseason with Joe Brady coming in and some of the changes to see there on that side of the ball. But you're a run-first guy. You want to make sure that you can run the football, especially on the road. How's the run game developing here early on in camp?
Really been outstanding. 9-on-7, we've had 3 competitions on 9-on-7s. The offense has won 2 out of 3. We're running the quarterback more. We got excellent scheme, but the blocking of the offensive line has been fantastic. James Cregg was here all summer working with his group as much as he can. Got to give him a lot of credit. He's got this group going very well right now.
You give 18 to Lloyd Cushenberry and Caleb Von Chasson, some of the veteran leaders that you have on this team. Now that you have the guys out on the field, who's leading for you?
You know, Caleb's been out with a little injury, a minor injury, but, you know, obviously Lloyd and obviously Joe on offense. Those guys are leading. I'll tell you what, now, this Justin Jefferson caught a screen yesterday, went for about 80 yards. He's been phenomenal. These receivers are in shape. They've been great. I'm excited about those guys. We got some three good young cornerbacks. Those guys have a great demeanor about themselves. They're tough. I'm excited to see Derek Stingley play. Also Cordell Flott, also Jay Ward. Those guys have done tremendous for us. Grant Delpit is out with a minor injury. He'll be fine. The linebackers are working hard. I think the whole team has bought into what we're doing, and they're leading themselves.
Coach, you mentioned Chason Delpit out. Fulton was also out. Are you just kind of managing these vets throughout camp, or
Sure.
is this something to be concerned with?
No, nothing to be concerned with. Not for a long time. Just minor camp injuries. Those guys are going to fight through it. We're going to be fine.
Coach, what about so we all know what to expect out of Joe Burrow. Every time we talk to anybody on the staff, anybody really around the program, everybody's singing Burrow's praises. Kind of under the radar, though, Myles Brennan has had a lot of improvement. I loved what I saw in spring. He's bigger now. You said something interesting at SEC Media Day saying you want to get him significant reps. Like, what's kind of the plan for Brennan going into this year? I guess the thought.
Yeah. I want him to be ready at any time I call on him. I know he will. We love Myles here. Myles is an outstanding guy. I believe he's a championship quarterback. When his time comes, he's going to be excellent. But this year, in significant playing time, he's going to be ready. He's going to go in there, give Joe a break, and we want to get him ready.
On the other side of the ball, Coach, defensively, people are feeling really good about this team. You came on our show last time, called this maybe the best secondary that you've ever coached. What about on that defensive line? Dennis Johnson, some unfortunate incidences recently. How are you all adjusting to bumping up Coach Udeze and everything else that you've had to do with Meatball being out for a bit?
Doing great. I'm involved as much as I can, only in the meetings and individual. The rest of the time, being the head coach like I usually do. But I'll give you an example. Kenichi Udeze and Christian Lockerture have those new fancy watches. They measure how far they ran. Yesterday they ran 8.2 miles in practice. So they're busting them out. It's really working out well. We wishing Dennis the best. He's in the meetings. He's doing the best that he can. But we're all pitching in together. We really have 4 defensive line coaches working as hard as we can.
How's the growth from your quarterback from last camp to where he is now?
Oh, he's miles ahead. Miles ahead. First of all, he's taking all the first-team reps. This time last year, he wasn't taking first-team reps. He was on the 14. We're miles ahead. We got lookovers. We're doing a lot more stuff today. We're putting in third down. I'm excited about that. Joe's leading the team. He's our quarterback, and everybody believes in him.
How's that working dynamic on the field? It seemed like it was working great in the meeting rooms in the offseason between Insminger, Joe Brady, your offensive staff, and Joe Burrow. Now that it's on the field in fall camp, how do you like the way it's playing out?
Outstanding. I love offense. I love the tempo. I love the plays. Dave Aranda's in there early in the morning working his tail off. Those guys are causing each other problems. It's a chess match each day. It's fun to watch.
I know how much you love Greg McMahon and him being in charge of your special teams. They had you got a big replacement over there with Cole Tracy on the way out. What have you seen early on with that group?
We're excited. We're really excited about Cade York. He's been phenomenal in his field goals. He looks excellent. I think he's going to be great. Derek Stingley returning kicks. We're in good shape. I really feeling we're in good shape on special teams.
Coach, we're talking to Coach Ed Orgeron here on Off the Bench, and one of the position groups, a lot of talk about this offseason, that nose position, Shelvin, the freshman, Ika. I know you loved what you saw in spring and summer. What's it been like here early on in camp from those guys?
Yeah, they battling. They're in shape. This Tyler's, he's in the best shape he's been. He had a great day yesterday. Apu's battling. They're doing a great job. Joseph Evans, a young kid from Haynesville, has shown some signs. Brendan Pahoko is also can play nose for us in our 4-man front. So we feel like we're solid there. We still got a ways to go. We feel like those guys are solid. Also, Neil Farrell. Neil Farrell has come along. He's had an excellent camp so far. So we got some guys there. We're going to see who's the best.
Coach, when I talk about college football, I always talk about how, look, playing time is the most precious commodity that a student athlete has, right? That's what you work for. That's what maybe allows you to even go to the next level. So as a coach, when you're looking at these position battles and these roster battles, like, how do you decide who gets that playing time? What are you looking for out of guys to make you feel confident that you can put them out there on Saturday when it matters?
Yeah, we tell the guys, you got to prove yourself on the Ponderosa before you get to Tiger Stadium. You got to earn the right to play. That's on a daily basis. The depth chart is etched in sand. We got our first team line on the first row, second team line on the second row, third team line on the third row. Hey, if you don't like where you're at, move up and compete. And sometimes books are changed. Sometimes things are changed every day on a daily basis. So we grade them on every day. Everything counts. Now, obviously, these 3 preseason games are going to weigh in a lot. But you know what? They play 80, 100 plays a game. I told the whole team last night, everybody got to be ready to play.
Yeah, and that's a lot of times, like, what separates the really good ones from the teams that don't reach those goals. What about replacing Devin White, Coach? It's something that it's easy to gloss over because it looks like there's so much defensive talent everywhere on that field, but you are losing one of the best players in school history.
Yeah, you're right. And I don't know if we have a Devin White. I can't tell you that, but I will say this. Michael Divinity was one of the best moves we made. He's having a great camp. He's making plays in the backfield. He's a leader. That's a natural position for him. He's doing well there. Obviously, there's a big battle between Jacob Phillips and Patrick Queen, but I'll say this to you: Devon Clark is coming on fast.
Oh, wow.
Devon is 6'2". He's 6'2", 6'3", 240. Can run, can hit. A great young man, and he is going to be in the mix for that first position. He is battling there.
Wow. Coach Ed Orgeron joining us here. A few more minutes. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Alexandria. One more in personnel for you. Terrace Marshall, big-time recruit for you out of North Louisiana. He was banged up in high school. Seemed like he got right at the end of last year, but now looks like he's 100% going in to this season.
Yeah. I was just watching him this morning. Some one-on-ones making some tremendous catches. You know, this is the first time he's 100% healthy. He's in great shape. I talked to him yesterday. He's having a great camp. He's one of our best receivers, our go-to receiver. That receiving corps is something else to watch, along with Stephon Sullivan at tight end. And another guy that's doing really well at tight end is Thaddeus Moss. He's healthy. Yeah. He's having a good camp along with Torrey Corder. So I'm excited to see those guys.
Last one, Coach. Big weekend for the program, and I know you personally. Kevin Mawai inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame alongside Johnny Robinson, both former Tigers, and then Ed Reed, who you were very influential in recruiting to South Beach. I know a cool weekend for you and your program.
Yeah, it just makes us proud to see Kevin up there, and the way he loves LSU, and he's so proud of LSU and what LSU has done for him and what he's done for LSU. We're proud of him, and hopefully one day we can get him home with us.
Yeah.
I know we said last one. I got one more. I got to ask you about Stephon Sullivan. Yeah. Man, you gave him the day off, graduated, first in his family to graduate high school, now college. What did that mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, he's from Donaldsonville. He's from the Bayou right there. Stephon's an excellent young man, has a bright future. He has a big heart. He's one of our favorite football players on the football team. I think he is going to have an excellent future. He's going to graduate. He's going to go in the NFL, play in the NFL, and come back and live a productive life. That's what LSU does for you.
Thank you for this conversation on a work day, Coach. We'll see you this afternoon.